Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is getting a lot of hate. I mean, at the time of this video, the trailer from the Call of Duty's official channel is standing at 45,000 likes and 269,000 dislikes. That means 86% of people hate this trailer. Now, looking at the trailer, I can see one thing that I didn't expect to see in a game like this, and that's the fact that it feels super heavily sci-fi. As far as I know, the series originally built its reputation on gritty, grounded military realism, and people loved the feeling that you were stepping into a modern war zone with authentic weapons. There's this serious tone that the previous games had, and semi-believable settings. And it wasn't perfect realism, but it felt immersive enough and respectful to the genre. I think the issue is that they're coming off as though they're trying to chase what's trendy. And you know, that's fine, chase your bag and everything, but if you build up a brand that was originally a realistic military game, and then you have this influx of neon weapon skins and Fortnite-style cosmetics and atmospheres, that's gonna make it come off more as like, I guess, an arcadey party game than an actual war game. Something that people can simulate being in war. And that's going to turn the players away. Maybe that's why a lot of them are not tuning in for that reason. Like, there's nothing wrong with people who like flashy customization, and there's nothing wrong with studios trying to do other things and chasing trends per se. But honestly, if you're marketing a game for the people who grew up on Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops, it feels like the soul of the franchise is getting buried under, well, hey kids, let's try to be Fortnite. Let's try to be trendy. You like colors, kids? You like flashy customizations? You like Nicki Minaj skins? We got you. And that's all great. I don't know if they know this, but that doesn't seem to be the majority of your consumer base. And I don't know what's going on with businesses nowadays. They're trying so hard to alienate their customers by being the complete antithesis to what the customers want and trying to piss them off. And the thing is, every time they see another business fall to the wayside from trying this, they follow suit, like the whole Cracker Barrel situation. But that's its own thing. Because it seems like these bigwigs, people in suits, are just taking the piss and the glory and the soul out of everything. COD already had its own lane. It didn't need to copy Fortnite and Apex, Valorant, whatever the hell it is they're trying to copy, because fans liked it because it was different, because it had that grittier tone. And when you start stripping all of that away, it just becomes another shooter fighting for attention in an already oversaturated space where all the shooting games are beginning to look the same, and that's why it's not winning favor the way that it used to. It's funny because they're all moving over. They're like, this is gonna make it easier to choose Battlefield. Like, everybody is jumping over into Battlefield. Someone said, I only came for the comments. Another guy said, you guys don't learn, just don't learn when it comes to these awful futuristic versions of the games, do you? Holy fuck, this looks awful. After all these trailers and reveals, it's never been so easy to choose a game. Thank you for helping me choose Battlefield 6. It's like a trailer for Battlefield 6 without Battlefield 6 even being in the trailer. And I think people are okay with Battlefield 6 or like Battlefield in general right now, because at least Battlefield seems to be going back to the drawing board of making it feel like a military game. I mean, on their channel, it's clear what the people want. People are asking for a military game. We already have a lot of oversaturated futuristic pop-style shooters, so you don't need to take something that's not branded as that and then start changing it into that. It's the same thing I was saying about Jurassic World Rebirth and the other newer Jurassic Park movies. When you have people that signed up to the franchise for horror and brutality, and then you give them something else because you want that precious cash, you start ruining your brand by trying to get as much of it as possible by making a horror sci-fi into a freaking Dora the Explorer kids family adventure. I mean, this bears repeating apparently, but you're gonna piss people off and you're gonna lose the fan base that you're trying to cater to, or that you're trying to use the name of the franchise to draw in. I don't understand why they keep doing this, because the thing is, the trailer itself isn't really bad. I'm being honest, it's really trippy and weird. But honestly, if they were just gonna make this kind of sci-fi Inception type shooter thing, it would have been fine. I would have even been interested in playing this. Don't call it Call of Duty, though. If you want to make a new Indiana Jones-style garbage dinosaur movie, on the flip side of that, where nobody's in any real danger, don't call it Jurassic Park. It's not Jurassic Park. And likewise, this doesn't feel like Call of Duty. And this trailer, I was a bit confused, because when I looked at it, like, it was very hard for me to rectify that it was Call of Duty. I wasn't really sure what the hell I was looking at. If it weren't for the freaking title, I would have thought it was something else entirely. So I can understand why the fans are mad. It honestly looks like Battlestar Galactica mixed with Inception and a bunch of other... Wait, there's Dune too? And like... And like I said, the concept itself isn't bad. But imagine you're a military guy and you want a game that simulates you being the military, going on missions, because that's what you know, right? And you can also play with your friends and whatnot. Or you're aspiring to do that. Or you just want to play that from the comfort of your home. And, no, just learn about certain things and have that experience for the safety and comfort of your home. I can imagine this would kind of piss you off, especially when you don't really have a lot of military games now, it seems. True military games, you know, that can truly emulate the experience as it would be. And everything's trying to be the next Fortnite. That's what I noticed. Everything is skins and microtransactions, Deadpool skins, and people spending their money on nonsense. Like, what is so hard about people in the studios making something new and just calling it something new? And you know why companies keep doing this? Taking titular franchise names and flipping them into something completely different? Because they know people will flock to it. They know that there are people who are diehard fans that just because it has the name, they're going to buy it anyway. Oh, brand recognition. It's Call of Duty. Must buy. Itchy fingers and all that jazz. And I get a lot of people that aren't in the know with like the media and stuff. Call of Duty, Jurassic Park, Doctor Who, whatever franchise name you want to throw out there. It makes people feel it. Like your brain goes straight to the old memories, nostalgia, and what you expect from it. And these deceitful studios know this. And instead of building something new and risky where they're tapping into that very old thing that they seem to have lost, which is creativity, which was the very purpose and reason these games exist in the first place, it's much easier to just slap the old name on a new idea because it's a shortcut to trust. Unfortunately, the thing is people are way more likely to try something if it's familiar. And if you've got a futuristic flashy shooter, but you call it Call of Duty, fans are at least going to give it a look because it's called Call of Duty. They're going to be like, okay, what new game do we have? Did you finally do what you said you were going to do and what the fans want? And they're going to check it out, which is why we have all the views on this video that we do. And it's the psychology of familiarity. It feels safe. I recognize this name. Let me see. But the problem is that it can only work for so long unless you have a lot of these people who just, like I said, are blind fans and follow the franchise, calling anyone else who recognizes this abuse not real fans. But to other people, to the majority, clearly, it feels like a bait and switch. And people hate that feeling. Apparently, Call of Duty's been doing this for a while. And from the company side, it might seem as though it makes sense, you know, trendy cosmetics, and crossovers. Look, guys, this is just like the other game that you guys aren't interested in playing. Let's get a lot of money. Let's get all the kids. But long term, this isn't going to work. They're going to start associating the name that you're using as something bad and low quality. And they're going to start resenting not just the game, but the company itself. They're probably thinking like, oh, let's get the kids. Because that's all that matters, apparently. Let's make every freaking thing that was geared towards adults for the kids. Why don't people just leave kids alone? just they have their stuff. Let the adults have their things. Why are you trying to go into freaking Roblox and making a dating thing for it? Like this, I don't understand what is wrong with these people. And for the Call of Duty thing, it's a freaking military game. Like, you can't make this up, man. This is crazy. Every time I see something like this happen, I just scratch my head. Complete confusion, completely perplexed by the direction of these people that are calling themselves businessmen. Because you cannot keep perpetually losing money and seeing all the money being lost and the favor lost with the consumers, and you continue to do that. You continue to do the thing losing you money. You're not a very good businessman.
This isn't real. The hell it ain't!
Everyone in the comment section of this video is saying that the trailer made it easier for them to choose Battlefield 6. We need boots on the ground, not flying. I'll be on Battlefield 6. I'll be on Battlefield 6. I'm ordering Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6. I just used my 8 YouTube accounts to decide. Bro, people are so mad. Oh my god. Bastardizing Master of Puppets, right? They saw Stranger Things and they're like, you know what? Let's mix COD with Stranger Things and then put the Master of Puppet. That's funny. Didn't She-Hulk do this in the last episode? Oh, Jesus. Death-like. I don't know what that means. This so-called gameplay trailer makes me want to play Fortnite for 10 years. This isn't a gameplay reveal trailer. It's just a Did they say it was a gameplay trailer? Gameplay reveal trailer? Wait, where's the gameplay? Hold on. Where's the gameplay? Did I miss it? All I'm seeing is cinematic cutscenes. Let me see. Campaign stuff. I Don't. Which part of that is this part of the gameplay? Doesn't look like it. Unless they're counting the cutscenes. Like, just looking at this without even the music or anything and trying to bear in mind that it's not Call of Duty, I wouldn't think it's Call of Duty. It looks like something else completely different. It looks like a smaller developer made this. And they're like, hey guys, it's a sci-fi thing. What if we combine Call of Duty with like Death Stranding, like a bunch of other things, and this is what this game is. I would have not believed this. There's a freaking highway in the air. Hold on. What in absolute tarnation? Interesting. Maybe that's the gameplay? Why do people call things gameplay trailers, and the gameplay makes up around 0.02% of the actual trailer? Maybe that's gameplay? Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know what they're talking about. I didn't even realize it said gameplay reveal trailer. I thought it was just trailer. But most of this... No, that's not even it. Where's the gameplay? What in the Galactus is going... What is going on? Yo, this is... That's funny. This is crazy. This is crazy. I would have expected 10 more installments of the franchise before we got here, but they just took a flying leap right off that cliff in front of them. They saw the cliff and they said, you know what? I feel like dying today. I'm sorry. It looks, you know, well, whatever. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah. Yeah, so have fun with that. Have fun with that. I don't know what to say past this. I'm getting tired. I want to have a dream like this, though. I've had dreams like this where knives are falling out of the sky, but the knives are like dragons and they turn into dragons on the way down. I feel like if I were having a dream about Call of Duty, it would be this trailer. This is something I would expect. Like if I played Call of Duty or I played Battlefield for a long time and then I went to sleep, I feel like this is the kind of dream I would have because I have really crazy dreams and I always remember them. This is the kind of dream I would have. But then the knives, like the machetes or whatever those are, they would fall in and then they would take root and then they would become dragons and start fighting each other. Or it would change into another dream where a tornado comes and then gives birth to a mountain. Okay, never mind. Anyway, that my mind's going places. I can't articulate it properly the way I'd like, but this is what this is putting me in mind of. One of my dreams after I either drank way too much the night before or I'm just severely exhausted. How are they jumping so far? What is going on here? Intriguing. Well, have fun with this, you guys. If anyone's a hardcore Call of Duty fan, do you like this trailer? Do you think that you'll buy it when it comes out? Or if it were free, would you be more okay with it? Watch them charge like $70 for this.